Alright, hello everybody. I know it's been a long time since we had a Chan Academy, or yeah, it's been like 2 weeks of testing, benchmark, so it's been a while. I know that these past couple weeks have just kind of thrown us off, but we really need to finish strong. And as promised, when I said in class that I'll show you guys my teeth, or the tooth I pulled out on Friday, I'm going to show you guys. If you guys don't want to look at it, turn away. I'm going to show you guys the tooth, alright? So this is what I pulled out. Don't worry, I cleaned it. I put like alcohol on it and everything, but some things just don't come off. So right there, that's the cavity, right? And it's the wisdom tooth. And just look at how nasty that thing is. It goes like way deep into there. Alright, so anyways, yeah, so that was my Friday. Alright, so why am I showing you guys that? Well, ultimately, like I said, right, it's short-term pain, long-term gain. If I didn't remove it, that would be really bad in the long run. Did pulling out my wisdom tooth hurt? Yeah, it hurt a lot, but short-term pain, long-term gain, right? And right now, you guys all have the opportunity to pass this class. We still have, 6-7 weeks. I think I see you guys 14 more times, and if you guys work hard now and have been working hard, you guys will finish and have a long-term gain, right? If you just keep putting in the small efforts, you guys will do fine. All right, so I just want you guys to really keep that in mind. Short-term pain, long-term gain. You guys gotta keep in mind, like, don't quit on yourself. Just, we gotta finish through. All right, so here are your Chan Academy questions, A and B. I just want you guys to find the discriminant, and actually I want you guys to find the axis of symmetry too. So I'll do both of them. So axis of symmetry. So what does that mean? That means x is equal to minus b over 2a. That is an ugly looking b. Okay, so you need to also do that. So find the discriminant and also find the axis of symmetry. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and actually solve these two for you guys, and then that's it for this Chan Academy video. So the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to go ahead and write what a, b, and c are. So a equals 2, b equals -4. Now, a lot of you guys, it's a careless mistake. You have to recognize that right there, it's -4. Not just regular 4, it's -4. Okay? And c equals 2. Alright, and then for this one, what does a equal? Well, if it's a negative in front of the x squared, well, that's a -1. So -1, b equals 3, and c equals +1, or just 1. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the discriminant. That's going to give me -4 squared, and I guess I'll put parentheses on it. -4 squared minus 4 times a, which is 2, and c, which is 2. And it gives me 16 minus 4 times 2 is 8. Well, it's -4 times 2, -8. -8 times 2 gives me -16. This gives me 0. Alright, so when it equals 0, how many times does it hit it? How many zeros do I get? How many times does the parabola hit the x-axis? 1 time. So there's 1, 0. Okay. Now as far as the axis of symmetry, I'm not going to do that in this video. I want you guys to do it yourselves. That's x equals minus b over 2a. And I'm going to show you guys on Desmos what it looks like. Okay, so all you have to do is plug that in. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and do b. So it's going to be 3 squared minus 4 times a, which is negative 1, times c, which is positive 1. Alright, that gives me 9 minus 4 times minus 1, positive 4 times 1, so plus 4. Okay, and that looks like it's going to be 13. Alright, so if it's positive, I think about it and I recall back in my notes that if it's positive, I have 2 zeros, or 2 solutions, 2 times where the parabola is going to hit the x-axis, so 2 zeros. Okay, now the discriminant tells me, it's kind of like a test. It tells me how many times is this parabola going to hit it, right? Because you can have the x-axis right here and then have the parabola above it. It's never going to hit the x-axis, right? Or I could move it down a little bit and be right on top of it, and it'll just hit it once. Or I can move it underneath, and now it's hitting it 2 times, right? So the determinant, or the discriminant, is a way to just test to see if we have zeros. Okay, so let me show you guys on Desmos what's really happening. So I'm going to type in this one, 2x squared minus 4x plus 2, y equals 2x squared, 2x squared minus 4x plus 2. Now if you guys look at it right here, how many times does it hit it? Once, right? Now looking back at this, we said that it only hits it once, 1, 0. Where is that 0? Right there, at 1 comma 0. The axis of symmetry, minus b over 2a. Let's see, minus b over 2a, that'd be x equals minus b, that'd be positive 4, or minus 4, all over 2a, that'd be 2 times 2. Ooh, look at that. See this blue line is cutting right there. That's the axis of symmetry. It is the dividing line in between where the parabola folds over itself, right? It's a reflection. Okay? Now all you have to do is recognize that the vertex is right there. Right? It's on this axis of symmetry. So to find the vertex, you just plug it back in. And that's something you guys should know. And we've been working on it, and we just gotta keep practicing it. So there's your axis of symmetry. Alright, now let's look at the other one and just confirm. We have negative x squared plus 3x plus 1, negative x squared plus 3x plus 1. And if we look at this one, now we see that how many zeros do we have? We have 2, right here and right here. Right? It's going down now, and we see that hits it twice. So looking at this, another thing I want to look at is the axis of symmetry, and just to confirm, it says in B that we have 2 zeros, right? So exactly, we hit it twice, right here and right here. So to look at the axis of symmetry, we're going to go ahead and do x equals negative, what's B? 3 over 2a, so that's 2 times negative 1. And see how this axis of symmetry is right there. And this is really 1.5. And if you look at it, you can see that that point is 1.5, comma 3.25. So once you found the axis of symmetry, you'll find the x for it, which is this 1.5, and you plug it back in and you'll get the y, which is 3.25. And I'm not going to try to make anything like really fractional or like really fractiony, I guess, and like throw it in there to confuse you. But you know, that's essentially how it's going to be every time. And we know that there's 2 zeros, and we'll talk about the quadratic formula next time, how to figure out what those zeros are. But right now the determinant is just a test. It tells you, or how many zeros do you have? This one is 2. The other one had 1. Sometimes you can have 0, because if you just move this thing down, then it won't hit it at all. Okay? So that's that. Just ultimately, we got 14 more classes, and I just don't want you guys to quit. Regardless of what your grade is, just don't quit. And it's just a life lesson for you guys, because you're going to face a lot of adversity in your life. There's never going to be a perfect life where everything's perfect. You just got to fight through it. And the second you start quitting or practicing to quit, you're setting yourself up for failure. Right? So, like I said, short-term pain, long-term gain. You guys got to take care of your business now, and it'll be better for you later. Okay? Alright, so that's it. I'll see you guys in class.